Alright, so we have a runaway train car that has a mass of 15,000 kilograms and is traveling at a speed of 5.4 meters per second down a track. We need to find the time required for a force of 15,000 newtons to bring this car to rest. So, the first thing that comes to my mind is the idea of impulse, right? So we have impulse is a change in momentum, which is force times some change in time. We're looking for a change in time, so that's good. We have a force. Now we need to do the change in momentum. So if the initial velocity of this runaway train car is 4.5 meters per second, and we want it to come to a rest, the final velocity is going to be 0. So I can replace my delta momentum with mass times velocity final minus mass times velocity initial is force times my change in time. Since these are the same masses, I can pull that out, and I have velocity final minus velocity initial is equal to force times a change in time. I'm now going to solve this for delta t. This would be mass over force times my change in velocity. And now I can just plug in the information that I have. So the mass of the train car is 15,000 kilograms, and the force is 1,500 newtons. My final velocity is going to be 0. My initial velocity is 5.4 meters per second. And I would like to note that even though the problem statement doesn't say this, this needs to be a negative force. Because if I think about this, I have a train car, it's moving forward with some velocity, right? So we have a velocity initial, and at some point in time, it is going to stop with a velocity final. Since my velocities are moving in the positive direction, in order to slow this car down, my acceleration is going to have to be moving in the negative direction, because force is mass times acceleration. If my acceleration is a negative, then my force also has to be a negative, because that negative gives us directionality, and both of these are vectors, meaning that my force actually is going to have to be negative 1,500 newtons. I should write the authors about that. So, the next thing I want to do is I'm just going to plug this in. So I have 15,000 divided by negative 1,500, and I'm going to multiply that times negative 5.4, and I get that my change in time is 54 seconds. So it will take 54 seconds for a force of negative 1,500 newtons to stop the train car